Cardinals looking to buck a trend, a very long-lasting trend, or change some history there, become the first Arizona coach, or Cardinals coach, I should say, in the last 9 to win his first game. But Alex Smith may have other ideas. 49er football inside their own 25. Smith on a first down. Outsiders, maybe they'll open it up a little bit. Not particularly well thrown. Looking for Arnaz, battle incomplete.
Well, you look at this last drive again, 9 plays, 8 of them runs. I mean, this has got to make Russ Grimm a little puffy chest over there, saying what I'm trying to do is working. Last year, coach, they averaged 83 yards a game on the ground. Right now in the game, they have 158. So right now, job well done by Russ Grimm.
Right, and Mike, exactly right. And it becomes a mindset. When you can run the football, you can win football games because now you're imposing your will on the other team.
And the play action, which was what they used on the touchdown, not much more effective when you have Edgerrin James there to take the fake. Second down 10. They give it to Frank Gore, and Gore has been quiet tonight. This Arizona defense has shut him down. Worth pointing out again, Frank Gore last year averaged 69 yards a game rushing against the Cardinals. He averaged 111 against everybody else. He has 55 tonight.
Well, I think the coaching staff, too, when they're telling this defense, hey, the offense did their job. They got us the lead. You hold it right now. And they're playing very, very solid.
It's a big play, 3rd and 9, as we go under 6 minutes to go here in San Francisco.
San Fran 2 of 9 on 3rd downs.
Smith.
Here they come, a jailbreak.
Late coming out of his break. Darrell Jackson didn't appear to be looking. The timing seemed to be off on that play, and the crowd does not like what it sees, and frankly, it's hard to blame the crowd.
It doesn't matter. I mean, he did what he had to do. Alex Smith got rid of the football. Watch the pressure. Here comes Wilson from the back. He had to get rid of the football.
I tell you what, the San Francisco 49ers are putting themselves in a position to have to throw the ball down the field all the time, and they haven't done it barely at all tonight, so then all of a sudden have to do it does not bode well for what you're trying to do.
And I think you got to give a lot of credit to both defenses out there. I think they're both playing good football.
Patrick Preston not going to be able to get up there and catch this one, so it'll roll and not take much of a roll at all for that matter. And so Arizona will take over on the 30 with a real chance to run some clock and earn a win, and what would be a big win for this franchise in the opener. Monday Night Football on ESPN continues next week. Clinton Portis from the Washington Redskins visit the city of brotherly love to take on division rival Philadelphia, led by Donovan McNabb. Monday Night Football on ESPN, 8:30 Eastern Time. Coverage begins at 7 with Monday Night Countdown.
What an excellent win by Washington over Miami in overtime, and then just an awful loss by Philadelphia to Green Bay on a couple of bad muff punts returns for the Eagles that just cost them.
People don't understand the importance of special teams and what it can do to change a football game.
Line it with a 1st and 10, 5.5 minutes to play in regulation. They'll give it to Edgerrin James, nothing there. Marcus Douglas, the first of many to break that one down.
But this is where Russ Grimm is going to tell these guys, listen, you've done a great job the whole game of doing what we tried to do. Now you have a chance to put the nail in the coffin. Now you have a chance to burn the clock, run some time off, and grind it out. So this is where they really need to suck it up and get it done. Now that first play they didn't, but this is where they need to do it.
You need a first down.
2nd down, 11. That was a dangerous play, but they get away with it, and then some. Larry Fitzgerald diving for the stick and gets it, so a big first down for Arizona. But boy, was Walt Harris close to what would have been a game-changing interception.
That was gone to the other way. I mean, he bit on it. I mean, Walt Harris is what you call a cluer. He's watching that quarterback, Mike. Quarterback made that quick set and let it go. He wanted to break and intercept that ball. Luckily, it was thrown where he couldn't get to it.
That was all or nothing right there. And then did you see Fitzgerald? He knew exactly where the sticks were, and he just went airborne to get it.
That's a big first down. Big first down.
And it keeps that clock moving. Now we have a stoppage.
We'll check on that. Fitzgerald, not only, if you spend any time around him, not only is he freakishly gifted, but a very intelligent young man, and you could see it in that play.
Where'd he go to school?
He went to the University of Pittsburgh.
I thought so.
Please reset the clock to 4:37, please. 4:37.
The University of Pittsburgh.
Mike Ditka told us, who of course went to Pitt, you went there because you thought it would give you a chance to become a dentist.
Yep.
I can't even fathom if I walked into the dentist's office and saw you as I lay down, saw you walk in and say, "Open your mouth," I'd have run. And you don't need
dropping a hammer on you.
You don't need the tools to get the teeth out. Open up wide. Here comes the fists that look like small trucks.
Well, thank God I had to take courses like chemistry and physics, and I said, I don't think I'd better do this.
Yeah, football is looking pretty good right now, huh? Mike Ditka, Dennis. Your paws couldn't do that.
It could.
Come on, look
You
at
use
those hands of
instruments.
yours.
Come on, guys. You use instruments.
Hands of yours.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Okay.
the game clock now says 12 seconds remaining, which is
There we
clearly
go.
not
Oh,
right,
boy,
so
here
we'll
you
have
go.
to figure this out.
4:30. They got it right now. 4:37.
Play clock.
I got to believe Walt Coleman's agitated. He's called a lot of penalties. He's not used to that.
I tell you, who's agitated. Mike Nolan's agitated.
Yeah, he is.
Now, believe
He's
me.
getting hot under
Now,
the...
he's got great restraint, but
Yeah.
he's agitated.
He's getting hot under the very nice collar. No doubt about that.
I'm sure he'd like to have a few words with Mark Loman right now.
Number 11 on Esquire Magazine's best dressed list. Mike Nolan, here we go, 1st and 10. Edger and James, oh, nothing there. Going backwards, James closing in on 100 yards, but getting further away on that.
Nice play there by Quentin Moses.
By the way, does this look like a dentist to you? Mike Ditka, the first tight end to be voted into the Pro
Wait a
Football Hall of
second.
Fame.
Wait a second.
How are you carrying the ball?
Those
Look at
guys were lousy
Look
tacklers.
at the ball you had away from you. They should have knocked it out of your hands. What is that?
They weren't smart enough.
Did you learn that at Pittsburgh?
Well, I was smart enough to know they couldn't knock it out of my hand.
2nd and 13. Edger and James as they try the left side. Just keep that clock running.
You know what?
It's James' 25th carry of the night.
I'm getting to be a big fan of Edge because he's sticking his nose right in there. He's not backing down from anybody, and there are not a lot of holes, Mike.
They're starting to talk about the running backs of today being really over the hill at 28, 29, and James obviously in that age range because of all the hits that they take now and the carries they take, but he actually seems rejuvenated this year. He's had room to run, which he didn't have last year.
And he knows he's going to get a chance to run.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest part.
All right, so here's a big play. Edgerrin not on the field for this. 3rd down and 10 as the clock ticks toward the 3-minute mark. It looks like the way Leinart is standing, they're going to call a timeout and think this one over and talk it over, and I think they get a sense, and I think I agree that the game could very well come down to picking up this 1st down.
Yeah, if they make a 1st down or else even just punt the ball deep into the 49er territory, the way they've been playing on offense right now, I don't think they can do anything.
Would you throw a pass here on 3rd and 10, something that had any risk in it whatsoever?
Here's the deal. I mean, I would just in a vacuum, but given this game, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll take that chance. The defense has been playing extremely well. The San Francisco 49ers need a touchdown. It's not just about getting in field goal range. They need a touchdown because they're 4 down. So I think you may see a pass, a screen, a draw, or something, some kind of pass that's before 10 yards, and let try and get the yards after the catch. Now watch, they'll probably throw a bomb.
Yeah, that would be a very, very interesting decision because I agree with you. The 49ers on offense have given no indication that they're ready to take the ball down the length of the
But
field.
actually, I want to say one thing. That analysis by Mike sounded like something a dentist would say.
We're going to have to get off the dental thing at some point here. 3rd and 10 from the 41. Let's see what they call.
No, it's a run.
They will. They'll give it to Edger and James, and they're going to let their defense try and win it for them. You know, a lot of times you would have a tendency to say, go for the win, go for the jugular. I have to say I agree with that call.
Not the way they've been playing tonight. They've done nothing to show that they were going to take any chances. So on 3rd and 10, at this point of the game, there's no way that's when you start to do it.
And you know how big this would be if the Cardinals come out here and win a football game that really they were not supposed to win. I know they beat them the last 4 times. I've heard all that stuff. They were not supposed to win this football game tonight. Come out here and win this first game for Ken Whisenhunt. What a great thing this is, believe me.
Interesting.
What if they go to the Super Bowl in their own city?
That would be at this point
Coach, that's week 1.
something of an upset. Let me ask you this. A little over 3 minutes to go. They had 2 timeouts left. They used one there. An interesting time for Nolan to choose to use a timeout. They will now have 1 remaining.
Well, because they're going to, yeah.
You're putting all your eggs now in the basket of this drive.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. And in an offense that really hasn't taken a lot of chances and hasn't
gone downfield at all.
So here we go. Mike Barr will do the punting.
Now watch out here. They're going to come with something here. They're going to put some pressure on them.
Brandon Williams is deep to receive. Williams making a fair catch signal at the 15, and so Alex Smith will have to go 85 yards in 2 minutes and 58 seconds with 1 timeout remaining to try and engineer a victory for the 49ers. Immediately after we finish, we'll go to SportsCenter with a crazy Monday night finish in Cincinnati. Wait until you see the finale of the Ravens and the Bengals. Eli Manning, how long will he be out for the Giants? And have the Raiders finally signed the #1 pick in the NFL draft? Answers to those and other questions on SportsCenter immediately following football here.
As far as that, they can sign Jamarcus Russell all they want. You ain't going to see him on the field for a long, long time after that.
Some of that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Sure doesn't. Here's the young quarterbacks tonight.
Wow.
You know, nothing to write home about. That touchdown pass was a nice one by Leonard on the play action, but here's an offense now that in the last 3 possessions has gone 3 and out. They're going to need to do more than that.
30 total yards in this half. They need to go 85 for the win. Alex Smith will dump it underneath, and that's fine. They have plenty of time to do that. Matriculate the ball up the field, as Coach Ditka's been saying all day long. Arnaz Battle on the catch.
And that's in honor of our good friend Henry Spram.
They go into
matriculate the ball right down the field, boys.
They go into a hurry-up offense here, and now they will go into the huddle.
Look at 49ers, just 30 yards of total offense in the second half.
Those 2 numbers only add up to 109. First down and 10. Smith to the sideline. Short gain and out of bounds he goes. That's the most important part of the play. Darrell Jackson makes the catch and stops the clock. Again, 1 timeout remaining for Mike Nolan to play with, and the 2-minute warning. Need first downs. Field goal does you no good. Interesting to see a young quarterback in this situation. Alex Smith.
Well, I tell you what, you'll find out a lot about him right now because, first of all, they have had no offense basically all day. I mean, the field position allowed them to get their first score. So, you know, if they can move the ball down the field, I think it would be really a big, it would be enormous.
2nd and 4. They have the option to run it if they want to with the 2-minute warning looming. They don't. Smith has a lot of room to run. Chooses to throw. He's got his man, and the catch is made on the outside by Jackson, and that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning.
That was a good throw. That was a good throw down the field. You heard the crowd react and saying yes downfield, and Darrell Jackson, a guy who's had issues with drops, does a nice job of getting up and snagging that ball out of the air. Big catch in a big situation.
Can Alex Smith lead his team to a late win? Come on back and find out.
Part of being a
In 2006, San Diego Charger running back LaDainian Tomlinson had one of the greatest seasons in NFL history.
Touchdown, LT!
While leading his team to a league-best 14-2 record and earning the NFL MVP award, LT set 13 NFL scoring records, including an amazing 31 touchdowns.
Minutes to go in San Francisco on a night where the 49er organization honored a legend. Bill Walsh, who passed away over the summer, honored tonight in a halftime ceremony, and all the players wearing the initials BW on their helmets and their jerseys all year long. Meanwhile, Alex Smith looking to engineer a late comeback. Have a nice drive working here, and Smith will look for the throw underneath, and he's got it. Arnaz Battle complete, and a flag comes in late.
I think that's a face mask, Dan.
It'll be a big mistake for the Cardinals if it is.
It's a face mask.
Stops the clock, among other things.
I mean, because right now, San Francisco's not doing anything very damaging. That was a nice pass to Jackson, but all these other passes, coaches have been
right.
underneath.
Well, right now,
really doing a lot.
And the other thing, the Cardinals have gone into a total what one of them would call it a prevent defense.
Face
Defense is cause you stop winning, but anyways.
Still first down.
Carlos Dansby on the face mask is of the 5-yard variety. Alex Smith is 4 for 4 on this drive. It's just the first time in the ball game he's completed 4 in a row. In fact, he had only 9 completions before this drive on the entire evening. So he's got it going a little here, as you say, Mike Ditka, that may be a function, at least in part, of the defense.
And I'm sure the Arizona Cardinal fans are screaming. What do they say? And
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. Plus, yeah. What's the prevent defense do? Prevent you from winning. Now, this isn't a prevent defense they're in. It's not. But
it's not. It's a loose zone.
We haven't seen San Fran do this all night.
Arizona has been coming with a lot of pressure all night long. Will they do it here?
Yep.
First down.
Here they come.
In short. Here comes the rush.
There they go.
Smith flips it out. Nice ball. And Frank Gore, second ball he's dropped tonight.
But his hand's not bothering him.
You have to wonder if it is the hand again if you join
this late. It is bothering him.
Frank Gore broke his hand early in training camp, missed much of the preseason.
Now, this is what you got to do. It's worked all game. Don't change it. Now, don't give them time to throw the ball. Don't give them time to find receivers. Put the pressure on them, and that's what they're doing.
I'm going to tell you what could work for San Fran is Alex Smith pulling one of these down and running. If you get a blitz, that means you got more guys coming. If he can escape that, pull the ball down and run.
It's second down and 1 after a face mask penalty on the previous play.
They're coming again.
Smith is looking for it all. Darrell Jackson is there. Oh, wow. Made the catch. Eric Green on the coverage.
Oh, cow.
Battle in the end zone, and he's just unable to haul it in for the touchdown.
He had inside position.
You got to catch this ball.
On Green, let's see.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, no, that's a tough catch.
That is a tough one. It did go through his hand. That's a tough one. That's great coverage. Step for step.
Yeah.
He does get his hands there up on it.
And that's a good throw by Alex.
But then Green comes and rakes the arms. That was great coverage.
Worthy of note, they had a 1st and 1 on this drive. They've thrown 2 passes, so they put themselves now in a 3rd and 1 after consecutive incompletion. They still don't run it.
Oh, no.
Oh, almost intercepted. And that's going to set up, it's incomplete, intended for Battle. Eric Green broke on the football, did not get there, but now from 1st and 1, they go to 4th and 1, and they'll need to pick up the first down.
What they need here, if they're going to run the ball, they need to have 2 plays. They need to run the ball because you get the first down.
Absolutely.
It's going to stop.
Absolutely.
They got to get right back up.
Have a timeout. And there's a lot of time. A minute and a half from where they are is plenty of time to run the football and get another play.
Oh, absolutely it is. Absolutely. Just as long as you have 2 plays and you're not getting up and huddling or taking a lot of time at the line of scrimmage.
I really have a problem. I mean, I guess I'm old-fashioned.
Smith does not look comfortable here.
I think you make the first down and then go for the whole bushel, but not. You got to make the first down.
They're going to throw it. Smith doesn't have
run.
To go.
He's going to make it.
And he's going to get it. Oh, that's a
big game. Big game.
He's got a lot of room up the sideline. He gets out of bounds and stops the clock. Now there's a great.
Mike Golick is right again. I told you.
I cannot believe.
Mike Golick is right again.
I can't believe they were going to pass the ball on 4th and 1 yet. Here you go. Alex Smith, this is what he can do best.
Absolutely.
A monster block. Wow. There by Arnaz Battle. Talked about
Notre Dame.
And there goes Alex Smith putting some life into this offense with his legs.
Well, I tell you, I'm not questioning the play calling.
I am, but I want the ball.
I would get rid of that guy if it was me.
All right, a minute 23, a 25-yard run. Both quarterbacks now have pulled off the longest runs of this game. Smith will throw it again, this time underneath and easy, and they complete it.
No, they didn't get him out.
He does not get out of bounds to stop the clock, so that continues.
It's a half-yard gain, and that's not a good play right there.
Again, the 49ers have 1 timeout remaining.
That play is geared to get out of bounds, and Arizona does a nice job of keeping them in.
Now, there's still plenty of time, a full minute remaining, and they're inside the 20. They don't need to hurry, and they certainly don't need to waste it down spiking it. And they're going to get some help from the Arizona defense unless San Francisco moved and drew them up.
No.
Cardinals think they did.
No, I don't think so.
The D-line's doing the right thing. You immediately point at someone on the offense and say that they moved.
I think that, well, they might call it on the 49ers, but actually they penetrated the neutral zone.
All the linemen in there lobbying.
Do the refs listen when you lobby?
No.
Oh, they listen. They just don't pay attention.
It doesn't affect them. Yeah.
They hear you.
They hear you, but they don't listen.
They used to hear me all the time, but they never paid any attention.
Uh-oh.
So let's see.
They're going to.
Walt Coleman wants to talk it over with Mike Nolan.
Okay.
Can we afford a penalty here, Mike? I don't think so.
I think leads one to believe he's discussing his options.
Well, saying we're really maybe not sure what went on there.
But they called it on the 49ers.
False start, 82, offense, 5-yard penalty. And because we are inside 1 minute with the clock running, and there will be a 10-second runoff, please reset the clock to 40 seconds.
Oh, boy.
That's bad.
All right.
Well, it is
Get up on the
bad
ball.
now.
Get up on the ball.
You got to get the ball down the field a little bit now.
Clock not running yet. 43 seconds. They've not yet started the clock as they've not yet set the ball. And now they will. So 2nd and 13 after the penalty. 1 timeout remaining for the 49ers. Rolling and throws it away smartly. And so that'll set up a 3rd and long.
And they did a great job spying Alex Smith right there.
You got the words right out of my mouth. They spied him. That's
Perfect
exactly
job.
what they did.
It was Gerald Hayes, the middle linebacker, spying Smith so he couldn't take off and run down the field. And I tell you what, I would like my odds one-on-one there, but look at 54 right in the middle of the field. He's spying. His eyes are glued to Alex Smith saying, we ain't letting you run down the field this time. Does a great job pursuing him.
Well, it's okay to have a guy spying, but you better hope that guy spying can run with the quarterback.
That's exactly right.
54 is Gerald Hayes, also out of Pittsburgh. So here's a big 3rd and 13. You wonder where Vernon Davis is on this drive. Smith got him over the middle.
Touchdown.
Oh, the ball is loose. And
he broke
the 49ers have it. Was he in the end zone to begin with? I didn't see anyone signal touchdown.
Playing with the ball, it's a touchdown.
I don't know if he got in or not. Now,
he broke the plane, it's a touchdown.
Forward, does the same guy have to recover even though it's in the end zone?
A completed catch, then a fumble into the end zone recovered by another player. We have to bring the ball back to the spot of the fumble, and it'll be 1st down.
Okay, again, under 2 minutes in the 4th quarter, if an offensive player fumbles the ball forward, he has to be the one to recover it. Here you see the catch. Great catch by Battle. He doesn't cross the goal line.
Oh, you're right.
He fumbles the ball. Now it goes forward. So he has to be the one to recover it in the final 2 minutes of the game.
More significantly, Mike, that looks there. 25 is Eric Green. He had a great chance to recover the ball and end the game.
That should have been Cardinals' ball.
Couldn't do it.
Absolutely right. There, what you do is a little hook slide into the ball and just fall on it. It's game over for Cardinals if he got it.
49ers have used their final timeout.
How many times, Mike, do you think teams work on that? When the ball's on the ground, that you hit it, you cover it up, and you lay on it. No, what happens? These guys try to be individuals, pick up the ball like they're going to run somewhere with it.
He wanted to fall on it, but it was just a poor effort. Watch the Cardinal come in. Watch him come in, and just what you need to do is slide and just kind of fetal position around the ball. He hits a knee and actually goes over the top of it, does Eric Green. I mean, that's where you just slide sideways and curl up to the ball. That was unfortunately a very, very bad technical way of trying to recover a fumble. It would have been game over. He's going to be sick. I'll tell you, he's going to see that on film, and Eric Green is going to be sick. It's a shame it came down to that, but boy, going back to it, what a great catch by Arnaz Battle.
Now, all of that said, I'm a little surprised they would use a timeout here with 26 seconds remaining and a timeout. With the ball on the 1 yard line, you have a lot of options. But with no timeouts remaining, your options become at least a little bit more limited.
They seem to be very simple. You got to throw the football. That's where they might come up with something different here.
Where the timeout remaining, you could run.
You could run. And if they want to run and try and run, they can and get up and maybe spike the ball and still have two more down.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Now this is something you work on, so this shouldn't surprise anybody because they have worked on this in practice, believe me.
What a great catch by Battle.
There's no question he hadn't broken the plane. A great call. Michael Robinson is in at running back. First
Watch Gore on this. Watch Gore.
They're going to go wide. Arnaz Battle, and he's going in for the score.
Watch Frank Gore on this game. I thought they were going to hand it to him. No, it wasn't Gore. It was Gore was on the sideline. Robinson it was. Robinson. Good block. Good Penn State young man.
The San Francisco 49ers gained 109 yards on their first 11 possessions tonight. On this one, they go 86 yards for a touchdown that puts them ahead with 22 seconds remaining. I will ask you, Michael, did the Arizona Cardinals change up their defense on that last drive, and how much did that have to do with allowing the San Francisco offense to do it?
It still looked like they came after Alex Smith. It still looked like they were blitzing, but it was Alex Smith's legs as we look at the extra point, and it's good. As it was Alex Smith's legs that got them back into this game with that big run. Something he probably should have done earlier in the game.
But it's not over, gang. It's not over.
Arnaz Battle didn't get in on the play before. He does now, and he gives the 49ers a 3-point lead.
Great block by Michael Robinson. Great block is sealing down.
That's a great play call there, too, isn't it?
It really is.
Absolutely a great play call. The man with the suit, happy with the outcome of that. You know what?
I believe on that one I had to loosen the tie a little bit.
I'm telling you.
You know, you go back now, Arizona had a 3rd and 10 right before this drive, and they chose to give it to Edgerrin James and let their defense win it. They really made no effort to get a first down. It's a second guess, but you look back at it now, and it doesn't look like it was the right decision.
And their defense had been doing a good job, and I don't think that defense went into, you know, a stall or a breathe. I don't think they did that. I think San Francisco executed well, and again, I think it was Alex Smith's legs who came up with the big play on the big down.
I think we all agreed at the time with the decision not to go for the first down, right? Not to do anything risky on the part of Arizona. Play their defense. Give credit to Alex Smith.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, big moment for that young man.
22 seconds. 2 timeouts Arizona has. Remember, they need a field goal, and the way they're going, when there is wind on the field, it will be at the back of the Arizona Cardinals, which could help with distance on a field goal. Now, we're going to see one of these squid kicks here, Coach.
No, I guess not.
No.
All right, and so here we go on the return. Out near the 30-yard line goes Steve Breston. If you're wondering, Neil Rackers, the Arizona kicker, his career-long field goal is 55 yards. So they would need to get to about the 37 for that.
Well, this would be interesting right here because they really haven't been able to throw the ball down the field effectively against the 49er defense. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
And we said that the other way for the Cardinals defense, and we saw what happened. So let's see if the offense of the Cardinals can do the same thing.
And so here we go, 16 seconds remaining. Matt Leinart with Arizona's last chance. Needs to get them in field goal range. They need about 35 yards to do it. He's going to throw it deep down the field. Baldwin is down there, and the ball is intercepted. Intercepted by Shante Spencer, and the 49ers are going to win.
Unbelievable.
Tough to ask Matt Leinart and this offense to go downfield with plays when they haven't been doing it all game. And on the first play, they go for it. They go for both and throw it into great coverage, which we've seen all night by San Francisco. And Spencer ends the game for the Cardinals on a bad note and a great note for the home. Remember, this is the first win San Fran's going to get over Arizona in the last 2 years. They were swept both years by the Cardinals.
The first win for Mike Nolan against the Arizona Cardinals in a big start for the San Francisco 49ers. Not the prettiest performance all night long.
But a big finish for Alex Smith. A big finish for that young man.
Penalty flag is down.
The previous play.
They're reviewing the previous play.
Wow.
Was there any question but that Spencer caught the football?
We're going to see.
I think it might have hit the ground, but I thought he caught it.
Either way, it burned a lot of time. If it would get overturned, there's 8 seconds to go. Let's see.
That's Fitzgerald there, the Arizona player. Ball is bobbled.
No, he's
hands are underneath it.
Got it. That's a pick.
Mike Ditka, any question that's a catch?
It looked like he caught it. I don't know.
And again, this isn't a coach's review. Under 2 minutes, it goes right. There was the booth that's doing it. That's the right thing to do in a game like this. Check it out just to make sure. That's why you have replay. I have no problem with that.
Hand is underneath the football.
Absolutely. It's an interception. That play is going to stand. It's going to be ball game.
One would think.
You know, this is, when they watch film, there's obviously a ton Coach, of mistakes to go over on both sides. This is one you get the win and get out. You know, in the NFL, the wins are obviously the most important. Nobody's ranking anybody with votes in any polls. It's all about the wins and losses. So it's an ugly win, but you get the W, and that's what it's all about.
That's all that counts, you know. Wins and losses are the only thing you're looking at.
It ain't going to be a pretty film session.
You'll try to correct it in the films. You're right.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of things to correct.
Yeah.
A lot of the penalties were unnecessary. A lot of the illegal procedures. But, you know, hey, these teams played hard. I mean, you got to give them credit. They both played hard.
We certainly, for Arizona, saw improvement in their run game, something that had to happen for this team to try and take the next step by rushing the ball for 161 yards tonight.
Both teams played good defense.
Let's check it out again just to make sure it's what they're doing in the booth. See, it's certainly not a clean catch in the hands. It's bobbled there, and he actually doesn't have control. Then it goes onto his hip, but he gets his hand underneath it.
I don't know if they'll call that an interception.
Does the ball move?
Yeah.
No, I think that's an interception. I would be stunned if they were to change that. It's bobbling there, but he's got his hand underneath it. It looks like to me. Looks like his left forearm is underneath it, and his right hand is over the ball.
If it stands, the ball game is over. If it does not, there will be 8 seconds left.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And there you go.
Interception. 1st and 10 for San Francisco.
Arizona has now lost the last 38 games in which it has had a turnover disadvantage. That was their 2nd turnover on the night. The 49ers had 1. The first 2 were turned into points. And this last one seals the fate for Ken Whisenhunt in his debut as the coach for Arizona.
Well, if it's any solace to him, I lost my first one too. So.
Yeah. So it turns out there will be one new head coach, right? Greeny, that one over the weekend, Mike Tomlin, I believe, for the Steelers.
Yeah.
I believe he's the only first-year head coach that won in the first week.
Alex Smith takes a knee. And I'll tell you what, Alex Smith showed a lot of people something on that last drive.
And he used his legs, he used his arms, he used his head.
And the 49ers have won. 20-17 is your final. Mike Nolan gets a win in a season debut here. It was not always a work of art tonight.
Okay, yeah.
Whisenhunt's got to be frustrated.
Be a ton of corrections to go on. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. It was. Hey, let's say it for what it was. It was an ugly game.
A lot of great paintings weren't on canvas.
Bonnie Bernstein is standing by with Alex Smith. Bonnie.
Yards were tough to come by today. How did your offense come to life on that final drive?
You know, we've worked hard on situational offense all offseason. Worked hard on our 2-minute, knowing we're going to be in a lot of games like this, and that's what we really felt would take us to the next level, and we did it tonight. Showed a lot of character. Defense played great all night. You know, giving us great field position, and you know we struggled at times. We're frustrated on offense, but you know, so proud the guys stuck it out and finished. You know, really finished tonight.
Critical play was that 4th and 1 that you had to scramble on with about 1.5 minutes left. Tell me what you saw as that play was breaking down.
You know, 4th and 1, I knew if it broke down, you know, I could try to make something happen with my feet. We just had to try to move the chains and get another set of downs. You know, drop back, they overloaded the side, and saw a lane. Tried to move around back there and got some great blocking. So
I don't think you're going to argue with me. This was an ugly win, but it was a win. What is the most important thing you take away from a game like this so early in the season?
Well, you know, the win's the most important thing, you know, ugly or not. But I think the biggest thing is just character, you know, to show the maturity, to be, you know, struggling a little bit, especially on offense, like I said, and to really hang in there and stick it out and to know, you know, we were going to get it done, to really believe in one another and march it down the field. So
49ers want to know, but it sounds good, Alex Smith.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, Bonnie, the 49ers 1-0 with a 20-17 win engineered in the final minutes by their young quarterback, the youngest starter in the league. All right, our final score again, San Francisco 20, Arizona 17. For Mike Golick, Mike Ditka, and Bonnie Bernstein, I'm Mike Greenberg. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. SportsCenter is up next here with a recap of 2 wild Monday night games on ESPN. So long, everybody, from San Francisco.